Hello there, welcome to my views and news. Breaking news is from the Amhara region of Ethiopia, where Ethiopian military chief Birhanu Jula, a field marshal, had to flee the region, Amhara region today. He was stuck in the Amhara region, clashes, protests around a venue where the military chief was attending a military ceremony. Protests, clashes still ongoing in the town where Birhanu Jula was stuck. Has he been evacuated from this town or not? Details for you. Amhara region is becoming a difficult region to operate for Ethiopian National Defense Force. Secondly, another very important news story: Russia is luring Ethiopia. Russia has made a big offer to Ethiopia. PM Abiy is in Ethiopia, we know, from Thursday, 2-day long. 2-day summit is starting in Russia. Second Russia-Africa summit starting on Thursday. PM Abiy, Sasevwoki of Eritrea, several other African leaders have arrived in St. Petersburg, Russia. Before the start of summit, a meeting between Russian delegation led by the President Putin and Ethiopian delegation led by PM Abiy was held. And there Putin spoke and he made a big offer to Ethiopia. PM Abiy would definitely be very happy with this offer. What will he do? Will he be willing to accept the offer? And how will US respond to this offer? It's just an offer. Some agreements have been signed, some MOUs have been signed, but cooperation in this area is just restricted to the signing of, not signing, rather agreeing on a roadmap. Details for you. Firstly, viewers, Amhara region of Ethiopia becoming ungovernable, it seems. It is becoming difficult for the Ethiopian National Defense Force to operate. Governing the region, administering the region is an uphill task, it seems. Fano fighters, their supporters, angry youths, looking for opportunities to carry out attacks on Ethiopian National Defense Force and other forces. It's a very difficult region for the ENDF now. Now, military chief of Ethiopia, Birhanu Jula, who is a top military man, he visited Amhara region today. He visited a place in West Dambia near Gondar city. There he attended a ceremony organized to commemorate the services of Northwest Command of Ethiopian National Defense Force. He delivered a speech. Hundreds of officers attended this program. There was arrangement for the meal of the participants too. Some cows were slaughtered. Drinks were served at this program. Today is Wednesday. According to Orthodox tradition, on Wednesday, people fast, they don't drink. People of the area protested. They said Ethiopian military was disrespecting Orthodox tradition by slaughtering cows and serving drinks. A protest started near Gorgara Mandaba monastery in an area called Simircha. Police tried to control the protest. Fano fighters obviously behind such protests, they are looking for opportunities to encircle Ethiopian military in the Amhara region. And this incident obviously happened in the Amhara region, close to Gondar, around 20-30 kilometers away from Gondar city. People started protesting. They blocked roads. Police tried to disperse the protesters. Police opened fire. Ethiopian National Defense Force joined the police too. Both opened fire at people. Jula was trapped at the venue. He was not in a position to leave the venue by road. So today, Ethiopian military chief was stuck in the Amhara region. It was impossible to take him out of the place, the venue, by road. The venue was encircled. Clashes were ongoing in different directions from the venue. Reportedly, Birhanu Jula, military chief, was evacuated by a helicopter. A helicopter evacuated Jula and some other officers from the venue. Clashes continuing. How many people have died? How many have been killed rather in this use of force by police, militia and ENDF in Simircha, close to Gondar? It's difficult to share with you the exact numbers, but the way entire town was blocked, all roads blocked, roads linking Gondar with this town, Koladebba to Gondar road, all roads leading to and from this town were blocked. And military and police, they tried to disperse the protesters. So there were clashes in several locations. That is why people say number of killed people could be very high. How many? We don't know. But today's incident is another piece of evidence that Ethiopian federal government, federal forces, Ethiopian National Defense Force, they're losing grip on the Amhara region. Security structure totally collapsed in some parts. Top security officials too removed yesterday. Police officers being assassinated, PP members being assassinated, mayors' houses being attacked by Fano fighters, and local youths, unarmed. They're behind Fano fighters, and Fano fighters involve religious leaders too. Today they use religious card. They involved local religious elders who instigated this conflict. Obviously, Orthodox fathers were not happy with what happened at the venue where cows were slaughtered and where drinks were served. They were not happy. Fano very effectively used Orthodox local leaders who in turn fueled the conflict, and they instigated the people. Religious card was used and people then took to the streets. They marched towards the venue. Then came counter attack, or you can say then Ethiopian National Defense Force police opened fire to disperse the people. Alarming situation in the Amhara region. If a military chief can be encircled in the Amhara region, imagine how other ENDF officials will operate in the region. Of course, you cannot kill these millions of people in the Amhara region. Killing of even entire towns won't resolve the issue. Dialogue is the key, but offer of dialogue from the Amhara government came very late. And secondly, Amhara government is not seen as someone to negotiate with by Fano fighters. That is why complete silence from Fano fighters about talks with Amhara regional government or not. Secondly, viewers, another very important news story from Ethiopia. PM Abiy has arrived in Russia. He is attending the Russia-Africa summit starting tomorrow. Second Russia-Africa summit. Entire African leadership is in Russia. Isaias Afwerki, Eritrean president, also in Russia. PM Abiy's delegation and Putin's delegation, the two president, PM and president also, they held a meeting today. And Putin spoke about the bilateral agreements in different fields, investment, education, trade, etc. One point mentioned by Putin, the Russian president, was very interesting. It seems that Russia is making a big offer to Ethiopia. I have a clip of Putin when he was talking to PM Abiy. Let's see if you can find the one important point which I'm going to speak on later, which I think was the most important point mentioned by Putin in his talk with PM Abiy. Watch the clip, then I'll try to clarify what Putin offered and how Ethiopia is going to respond.
Despite a certain decrease in the mutual trade volume, the absolute figures are not large, but the trend is still positive. Today we see a 56% growth. As you know, in June we opened our trade mission in Addis Ababa, which would contribute to the development of the bilateral trade and economic links. For your visit, Your Excellency Prime Minister, we have prepared a package of documents which include an intergovernmental agreement on information security, on air transportation, a memorandum of understanding in the area of information and communication technology, the roadmap on cooperation in the area of the use of nuclear energy, a protocol between the customs services. We're also working jointly on over 15 intergovernmental and interagency agreements and their drafts. We continue professional training for our friends from Ethiopia. In the previous years, over 20,000 Ethiopian citizens have received their degrees in Russia. In the year 2023-2024, at the request of our Ethiopian friends, we have increased the quota for the Ethiopian students by over 3 times. Funded by the budget of the Russian Federation, we maintain regular political dialogue.
Russian President Putin made a big offer. What is this offer about? Cooperation in the area of use of nuclear energy. No agreement signed, no MOU signed, just a roadmap. The two sides have discussed a roadmap about how to increase or start cooperation in the area of use of nuclear energy. There is only one African country which has a nuclear power plant, commercial nuclear power plant, and that country is South Africa. South Africa has 2 nuclear power reactors at this power plant. Why is this such a big offer? Well, I am from Pakistan. Pakistan is an atomic power. Pakistan has made the bomb, nuclear bomb. Our neighboring country, India, also a nuclear power. And there are a few nuclear powers in the world, the countries which have atomic bombs like China, Russia, US, Britain, France, Israel, North Korea. These are unofficial nuclear powers and some others too. There is no nuclear power in Africa. No African country has a nuclear bomb. And the path to nuclear bomb starts from the construction of nuclear power plants. Mostly countries build nuclear power plants. They start enriching uranium. They say they are enriching uranium for a peaceful purpose, because nuclear energy is used for power production too, and Africa needs nuclear power production. So countries start building nuclear power plants for production of electricity. Then they enhance their uranium enrichment threshold, and gradually they start crossing boundaries. Then comes international pressure. IAEA, International Atomic Energy Agency, comes into picture. Countries are threatened. Countries are threatened that they should not go beyond enrichment of uranium above a certain threshold. Like Iran is being threatened. Though Iran, I did some videos 2 years ago on Iran. Back then, Iran was capable of making a crude sort of nuclear bomb. Iran had back then achieved the capability of enriching uranium to around 60 to 70% purity, I think. So, Putin is not just offering nuclear energy, nuclear power, electricity through nuclear power plant to Ethiopia. Ethiopia could see the chance of building a bomb through having a nuclear power plant constructed, though it's a long way to go. I mean, if a country builds nuclear power plant today, it might take years, if not decades, to be able to build a bomb. And then it has to work in secret, obviously, because nuclear power plants are under international monitoring too. But Russia, China, they have helped countries become nuclear powers. How did Iran manage to get its centrifuges and start enriching uranium? Obviously, Iran was helped from Pakistan to North Korea helped Pakistan. Pakistan helped Iran. Then Pakistan helped China, by the way. Pakistan's atomic bomb making procedure was more advanced than that of China. A Pakistani scientist who worked in the Netherlands, I think he learned that method. Later, China benefited from Pakistan. So PM Abiy could see a chance that through having a nuclear power plant, maybe Ethiopia one day could have a nuclear bomb. That is why I say it is a big offer from Russian president to Ethiopian PM Abiy. Will the Prime Minister of Ethiopia be interested in enhancing cooperation with Russia in the area of use of nuclear energy? I think he will be interested. And let's hope that he will be interested for peaceful use of nuclear energy. Let's see. Thank you for watching.